Amira Rashidi reporting from CE News. The highlighted news today is about the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster that happened at Okuma, Fukushima, Japan on the 11th March of 2011. 1 week ago, we were reporting extensively on how emergency workers on Japan were beginning their desperate struggle to control leaks at the nuclear power station at Fukushima after that catastrophic earthquake and tsunami. 100,000 people that are living within the 12 miles from the plant were evacuated. Ibnu Sufi has covered many such crises since 3 decades at CE News, and he is one of the few journalists to venture back to the deserted city of Fukushima that is covered from him.
Thank you, Ms. Amira, reporting from the studio. Now you are with me, Ibn Sufi bin Hassan, reporting 10 kilometers away from the incident place, which is in Fukushima, Japan. We are so lucky we got Professor Ki, the physicist that in charge of finding the causes for this nuclear reactor incident. Good morning, Professor. Can Professor explain briefly about the incident and what is the causes?
Reactor 1 is equipped with 2 isolation condensers for emergency cooling. Hot steam from the reactor cools and condenses as it passes through a tank full of water. The system will keep working without power. Our workers has been operating the machinery intervals. The system has to be ideal when the power was lost. When the tsunami hits, the seawater had filled a depth of 4.4 meters above the top of active field. The water rapidly begins to fall. The temperature of the nuclear fuels soared and released hydrogen that filled up the building. Our workers are focusing on reactor 2, but reactor 1 melted down at this time. Hydrogen inside exploded, then the situation went downhill. Our workers has to wear protective masks to prevent the radioactive substances. This is when we chemical engineers came into place. We have to calculate the radioactive substances, mainly iodine-131, in the air. That's where the concept of vapor-liquid equilibrium comes in. Given that the concentration of iodine-131 in water vapor is 1 ppb, we'll use Raoult's law, YI-PT equals to XI-PI star, where YI-XI equals to liquid composition, YI equals to vapor concentration, PI star equals to partial pressure, and PT equals to total pressure. So, we can calculate the water vapor composition in the air and after that concentration of iodine-131, providing the system in the compartment is under equilibrium condition with the information of temperature and pressure. By getting the composition for water vapor, we can get the composition of iodine-131 by dividing by 1 billion.
Okay, that's it from me. Ibn Sufi bin Hassan, reporting from Fukushima, Japan. CE News. Now I'll pass back to the studio. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibn Sufi, for reporting from Fukushima. At this moment, my colleague Azani are going to interview one of the victims that were evacuated because of the Fukushima nuclear disaster.
Thank you, Ms. Amira, for reporting from studio. Assalamualaikum and hi. Now we are reporting from Tokyo, Japan. We just met Mr. Nagasaki here in Tokyo, and he is the one of the Fukushima incident. Mr. Nagasaki, as one of the victims of the Fukushima Daiichi explosion, can you tell us how is the situation in Japan after the disaster?
Actually, the situation is very bad here in Tokyo after we evacuated from our homes. Actually, every one of us lose at least one member of his family, either by evacuated or by the disaster itself. Now we facing many problems here because we can't find any job. We can't find any job here because all of us, or most of us, are farmers. As you know, Fukushima is famous by agriculture, So now we can find job here in Tokyo because there is no vacancies. If there is vacancies, there is no for our jobs. Also, we have in the future we can grow any plants on Fukushima because the ash of the nuclear ash is mixing with the soil, so the ground now is not good for growth any plants.
Does it affect your health in your body?
Yeah, maybe for our health now, maybe it's not appear for the time being, but maybe it will appear in the future. If it's not in us, maybe for the 7 upcoming generation will affect by this disaster.
Thank you for your information. That's all for me, Norazani, News from Tokyo, Japan. Go back to the studio.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I am Amira Rashidi.
I'm Ibnu Sufi,
We are from
CE News.
From the Fukushima incident, it showed that the thermodynamics concept and knowledge are very important for the chemical engineers, where it helps them to assess vapor-liquid equilibrium of various materials. It also helps chemical engineers to evaluate thermodynamics properties and how much heat is evaluated by a particular reaction in a reactor. Data collected for various parameters such as temperature, pressure, humidity, enthalpy and other parameters will help to assign stability and reaction operating condition as and when required.
With the knowledge of the thermodynamics, chemicals engineers can change the world perspective that chemical plants bring negative effect to the environment and the society. Furthermore, by applying the knowledge of the thermodynamics chemical engineering in this kind of situation, many factors that affect the nuclear disaster could be avoided. Besides, necessary precaution steps can be initiated earlier to reduce the risk of accident. Thank you for listening. We leave you with some picture of Fukushima accident. I'm Ibnu Sufi,
I'm Amira Rashidi.
CE News.